I want to speak to the women who have always longed for divine union, who have always longed for finding a soul connection, a soul partner, a person that they remember. And, whether this is a man or a woman, I do believe there are a lot of women with the feminine rising on this globe who deeply, deeply long to be held, to be nurtured, to be loved by the masculine. And in a lot of cases, and what's happening and what I have felt in my bones and seen is a lot of us, men and women, are going to find our people, find our partners. And this is a birthright for all of us. I do believe that myself, and what I wanted to share today, what came through so big is my own, craving and longing for divine union, for finding my person, the person who is the future father of my children, and someone that I'm here to co-create this new earth with, and build and heal with and grow with and madly fall in love with in a way that so far surpasses anything that we have been shown on this earth thus far, or at least in current day. And what I believe we are bringing back as a part of ancient earth, as a part of what has been on this planet, the feminine in ancient societies on this planet and elsewhere, right, outside of this earth, where divine union exists, soul union, and partnering with someone, a soul that we remember and that we deeply love and want to co-create this earth with. I see that this is something that we are all, not all, but a lot of us, and if you found yourself on this video, although I'm speaking to women here, if you're a man here, you're welcome to be here. Not you're welcome, but like, you're welcome to be here. I wholeheartedly believe that this is a future of this planet, and that a lot of us who are here to co-create this new emergence of this earth and bring the healing to this planet and bring new codes and ancient codes and help the feminine rise and instill union of the feminine and masculine on this globe once again. A part of that is co-creating with another, is creating wholeness together with somebody. And I do believe that in that journey, and a part of my journey is inner union. It is finding, not finding, but it is creating union within my own self, of healing the masculine and the feminine within me to find balance, to find wholeness, so that when it's time to call in isn't even the word, because this whole journey, I believe, is if you're on this path of deep, deep medicine work, and I'm not talking about plant medicine, although that could be a part of it. I'm talking about like the medicine path. I'm on it. If you're here and you feel called to this work, to what I'm speaking, to these transmissions, you're most likely a part of this. But what I'm saying is that, where was I going with that? What I was saying is that a lot of us on this deep, deep path, not calling in, but meeting another once we have really, really found our own harmony within and balance and wholeness here in our hearts, and women in our wombs. A lot of men, though, are here to create love in their hearts and come back to their heart. Women, we're meant to drop it down and ascend into our wombs. And when we can, as a species, men and women, all do this, and it's going to take time, right? But individually, we all have our own unique timelines. And right now on this earth, not everyone will get there. Not everyone will choose to get there. A lot of people will choose to not find partners, and then a lot of people will choose unique types of relationships. You might be one of those people, or you might be somebody who chooses union with another, chooses to find your beloved, your soulmate, and a lot of people say twin flame and think that that's sort of like an overused word, and it is in many senses, but I see it more so as like your counterpart for helping change this world. And on this path of awakening, of remembering earth, and of stepping into, if you're a woman, your medicine work as a woman, remembering the magic in your blood, in your being, in your womb, in your heart, and men as well. It's like, if you are on this path, as I am, as many people are right now, the very deep, icky, painful work and path. It is hard, it is grueling, it is deep, and it is initiatory, and it is simultaneously freedom. It is the path to sovereignty, it is the path to freedom, it is the path to love, to true love. And a lot of what we know and what I have known in my life to be pure love, I believe I've tasted bits and pieces of it. We all have, right? Love is very much present here, but we are learning to hold bigger amounts of love. And in that process, we have to go into the depths. We have to go into parts of ourselves that we don't want to go into, right? And that's why one thing I want to say here about divine union and this path of finding your person is, and not finding, that's not even the word, because again, I really want to emphasize the fact that this path is not about finding or searching for your person. I believe that we are going to meet each other, our counterparts at the right time, when it's meant to, when earth, when divine, when we are in wholeness with ourselves, it will happen like a magnet, right? We don't have to go out and search for them or wait. You know, in my path, a lot of my path and healing has been around waiting for men and trying to be seen and validated and heard in every way you can imagine. That this is where I want to say about this path is like, to be able to get to a point to meet them and then meet us, you know, men, women, doesn't matter. We have to address the wounds within ourselves of our attachment, of our karma, our traumas towards love and relationships and union and all of it, right? And I've had to do that. I'm on this path as well. It is a difficult journey, you know, and facing things that my lineage of women have held on to or suppressed around men, you know, and just like my relationship to men. And personally, what I want to say, and this has actually played out in my journey of YouTube, with clients and with even relationships, you name it. Like I've always been known to be like the sweetheart, like, and especially with men, it's like pleaser, little cute little angel girl around men. And that is a side of me. I believe we all, again, I shared this in a previous video, we all have that little light inside of us. But it was like, I've tried so hard to overgive and overshare for men and literally pour my heart out. Not that that is a bad thing, but it's like I'm learning, and we must learn as well, boundaries, and not overgiving or oversharing our heart with people who may not deserve it, or just in general, like it's just not, we're not here to do that, right? We're here to create a balance. And so my journey has been cutting cords with men and doing things that really are scary and uncomfortable for me to say to men, or to break or end, because of fear of what they're going to think about me, what they might say to me, am I going to get in trouble, you know. And this ties to our lineage. A lot of women, we hold so much fear around hurting men or them hurting us, and so we try our best to people please and to tiptoe around disrupting their feelings. And I've done that my whole life in every area. And so a part of my awakening recently has been like taking my power back and not overgiving and not pleasing men for the sake of fucking pleasing them. Like, it's something that, it's so funny too, as I said, I've always like had such a big heart for men. And my friend, actually, we talked about this, like hers has been the opposite. Like I've always been like, I just love men so much, like I love everyone. And hers was like polar opposite. She had a lot of rigidity towards them and has healed a lot of that to come back into seeing them for their light and their beauty. And in my aspect, I've had to actually go to the other side, and I'm in this journey of like letting myself be angry, feel abused, feel taken advantage of, and feel like I've given so much of my life force, sexual energy to men that didn't deserve it. And not that this is their fault or my fault, it's just a fact of what it is. And so I'm learning that I'm not here to please everybody. I'm not here to be this pure little light for men or women, right? I'm here to speak truth. I'm here to speak my fucking truth and to embody like the truest form of who I am. And so, yeah, that's a part of going into sort of what I was saying about divine union, is like this path is you addressing the things that are uncomfortable in relation to the opposite sex, to masculine, feminine, to relationship dynamics, to all of it. It's like, look at your life and see what parts of you are holding back or giving too much to men or women, right? Like, this is what's needed for us to heal and really address our trauma, our wounding, and our lineage and what our ancestors and our past lives went through, right? Like, this is so needed. And in this process, it's uncomfortable, but I can promise you the love that you feel, and I do this every day. I go into ceremony in my own self, in my own space in my villa, and I feel and I cry and I see the pain of like what I have done, what people have done to me, you name it. But on the other side of that is just pure love. And one thing I want to offer here to close it out is like what you can do is write letters to people that you, or men, women, write letters to people where you have overgiven or they've taken energy, cut cords, bring them in, bring their higher selves in and have conversations with them. Do things like energetically, you don't even have to speak to them, although that's been a part of my path, is actually like speaking things to people physically. But it can also just be you in your own room, you know, cutting cords, cutting ties, and grieving and healing and cutting out people from your life who don't fucking deserve you. Like, really, that's really a big aspect of it, is like remembering who the fuck you are. And you're a powerful soul, you're a powerful, beautiful light. But that's not all you are, right? Like, we're everything, your wholeness. And in order to remember that and see that in yourself, it is taking your power back, taking back the life force that you have given or that people have taken from you. And this is your Shakti energy. This is your feminine energy. This is the creation force of who you are. It lives in your womb. Women connect to your wombs. And remember that not everyone deserves you and not everyone deserves your energy. And that might sound harsh. It might sound like, if you've known to be your whole life like this pleasing, loving light, like me, you know, up until literally this year, it's like, call your power back, you know, call it back. And if people are abusing it, make the end now and let this be like your sign for the rest of your life to commit to your own self, your own truth, your own boundaries. And in that, you're going to find that like your life is magnetizing the right people to you and clearing out the people that are not meant to be in your life, because we're not meant to give it out to everyone. We're not meant to have leaky energy and leaky hearts and love for everyone, right? Like, in a beautiful, perfect world, as I used to share all the time, it's like, share love with everyone. It's like, we're moving that way, yes, but the fact is we live in a world right now where not everyone is in their hearts. Not everyone has your best interests in mind. Not everyone cares about you and has love, you know, and I believe we're here to create that, and yes, give it to the right people and share it, but be discerning and be someone strict with your boundaries and give love to yourself first. And in that process, you're going to rebuild your nervous system. You're going to rebuild like the energy and the life force in you, so that once you have a restored life force within you, you'll be able to give it to the right people. You'll be able to go out there and say like, okay, this person deserves it. You'll be much more discerning. And I can say this for myself. One last thing I'll say is like, I have learned in this process of cutting cords, of setting boundaries, and of really honing in on my own energy. And like, I mean, very clear, like being so intentional about who deserves my time, with texts, with voice memos, with you name it, my presence. I have been so sharp and clear on like who's meant to be in my life and who isn't. And it's going to change. Yes, it's going to evolve. Like, life has chapters, but you'll start to see day by day what the exact steps are, and your energy field is clear. Your chills. You will, just hone in clear on what's meant for you, and spirit, divine source, earth, your womb, your ancestors, all these energies will support you and will show you clear signs. I mean, I'm not even joking. Like, recently my life has been like, I'm living a dream. Like, I'm living a literal dream. I wake up and like crazy things happen to me. I don't even leave my villa. And it's like birds flying. This bird tried to fly into my villa and wanted me to be its mom the other day. Like, it landed on me when I was outside. Birds don't do that, right? I had a cat like come into my room. Like, so many things have been happening to me, because energy is like, when you start to become crystal clear on who you are and what you want to call in, things will come in at lightning speed, right? But you got to trust, you got to have faith, you got to hone in on you and your life force. That's where it begins. And boundaries, my friend, my love. So yeah, this is what I want to say today. I love you so much. And if you're a sister, a dear, beloved queen watching this, there's a beautiful container that I am literally brewing up. I don't know when. Like, honestly, this could be in a week, this could be in 5 months. I don't know. I'm just trusting my feminine at this pace. But when the time comes, it'll be below in the videos, or in the captions, or in my links of like what this container is. I think it's gonna be like a big, actually I'm not gonna explain it yet, but just know that there's something brewing. For all my beloved sisters and medicine women and queens and sisters of the earth out there, I love you. You deserve the world, and do not forget that. And I'll see you in the next video.